The first day of Groceryshop 2023 in Las Vegas featured onstage interviews with high-level executives in the grocery industry. Kroger CEO Rodney McMullen and Ahold Delhaize USA CEO J.J. Fleeman. McMullen kicked off the speaker lineup and was interviewed by CNBC's Melissa Repko and was asked how the merger with Albertsons is different from the one involving Albertsons and Safeway. And McMullen also talked about how C&S Wholesale Grocers was chosen to sell off over 400 Kroger and Albertsons stores.
Look, one of the things that we did was study the prior case in terms of what was criticized and why. And you had a situation where a company was highly levered. They went from like 15 stores to 150 stores or so with very little debt. They really didn't have the management depth across the organization. They immediately had to change names and they raised prices and all of those things. So when you look at, for us, on finding a divestiture buyer, it was really important to find somebody that had a strong balance sheet, had operated in the business and understood the grocery business and had scale, had talent, understood what they had and didn't have to be able to, and one of the things that we're doing is providing two divisions, all the organization to C&S. So it's all those things are the reasons why we felt so confident that C&S would check off all those boxes.
If the proposed $24.6 billion merger goes through, McMullen believes it will be good for the entire grocery industry.
Our partnership with everybody is, we don't look at it as an arm wrestle. We look at how do we grow our combined businesses. And a month or so ago, I had a chance to spend some time with a couple of our farmers in Colorado. And originally, they sold products to a few King Soopers and City Market stores. And now when they're in season, they sell it to hundreds of stores. They actually have partnerships with a lot of more local farmers. They've been able to expand their own head count. So, I just don't look at any of this as, you lose, I win. To me, we have to figure out a way where we both win together.
Dollar stores continue to gain market share, and McMullen believes the Kroger model can continue to compete with the discount stores.
We're very confident if somebody takes the time to look at cost per ounce. But in some areas, what we found was customers were buying certain items because of a particular dollar point. So you will see us in some cases having items that would be $1. An example you gave, Melissa, would be $3. But all of those things are things that we're doing.
Kroger did announce a commitment to make more local products available with the Albertsons merger, and McMullen said Kroger's connection with small businesses has always been important.
If you look at the announcement we made this morning on local, it's just one extension of something that's really been important to Albertsons and really been important to us, is how do you identify local products that the customer is going to love, but they may or may not know about. So first of all, you got to give it shelf space, but then you have to figure out a way to how do you tell the customer, and then you got to figure out a way to get them to try it. And the commitment we made this morning was at least 30 incremental products for every single store. And I always think it's fascinating. In Cincinnati, there's a local barbecue called Montgomery Inn. And years ago, we worked with them in one of our manufacturing plants to be able to produce their barbecue sauce. And now they're in over 1,000 stores. And they tell me that they make way more money selling barbecue sauce than they ever make running a restaurant. And those are the kind of opportunities this commitment will allow, because when somebody's got an amazing, great product, we'll be able to get it into more stores, get customers to try it, and before you know it, you'll have some entrepreneur that will probably end up selling out to a big CPG at some point.
McMullen also talked about the changing marketplace post-COVID, where the average shopper mixes online shopping, delivery, and in-store shopping.
Yeah, if you look at post-COVID, it's fascinating. The customer bounces back and forth between those channels. So sometimes they want delivery, sometimes they want 30-minute delivery, sometimes they want to pick it up, and sometimes they want to shop. And for us, we're doing everything we know how to do to make it totally seamless for the customer to be able to bounce back and forth between those channels.
But how do you make e-commerce profitable? McMullen said revenue in other areas makes the focus on the online shopper worth it.
Long term, we totally believe and are confident that more and more people will shop online. And how do you make to where you can shop online just as easy as going into a store? But customers just like to bounce back and forth. You're increasingly, as you gain volume, being able to do those at lower costs. And then you also identify new revenue opportunities. Retail media would be one of our fastest growing parts of our business. If you look at our alternative profit businesses in total, last year was a $1.2 billion profit. And those are the things that are allow you to be able to afford to pick somebody's groceries for them, deliver them, and still give them the same great value as shopping in one of our stores.
Ahold Delhaize USA's Fleeman highlighted the afternoon session, and he talked about a successful omni-channel experience by the company.
We've made some key strategic investments, and one that, for me, that I'm most proud of. I had the opportunity and pleasure to lead the team that built our customized, owned property that we call Prism. And it's one that I think that has set us apart, not only from the ability to kind of fully integrate or get that unified commerce experience, as you've said, but it also gives us the opportunity to connect with consumers in the way that they want to be connected with, and allowing them to shop with us in whichever channel is most important to them that day.
Ahold Delhaize USA's retail media income has skyrocketed over the last year, and it is a combination of talent at the retail level and strategic partnerships with third parties.
Our digital media income is up about 70% year over year. I think we've done a nice job of balancing our in-house talent along with really being humble learners and partnering with some experts from outside of the food retail space, which has given us I think a really strong capability set. I think it's important that we not think about these as separate from our business. At the end of the day, if we're doing retail media well, we're giving our CPGs a better return on their investment, and we're giving our customers a better shopping experience by providing him or her with the products that they're looking for.
Earlier in the month, a Giant food store in Washington, D.C. removed many national brand health and beauty care products from its shelves and replaced them with private label brands in an effort to deter theft. Giant is owned by Ahold Delhaize, and Fleeman says the company is engaging in technology and store floor tactics to help with shrink inventory.
We have taken the opportunity inside of that one store in a very important category, but one category in health and beauty care, to pull some of the national brand products from the store to see if we can get retail theft under control. We've invested in technology, leveraging AI to really identify unscanned items at the self-checkout. We've got technologies that many people here have seen where shopping carts will lock up if we identify something that hasn't been scanned. But I think it's important to remember that it takes us all to make a difference on this topic. I mean, many of our CPG partners make us products and different fixtures, and we run tests together to see if we can reassort stores, that we can reallocate aisles in certain ways, move products. And so there's an awful lot of innovation, not only in pack size, but also around shrink management throughout the entire industry.
Turning away from the in-store environment, e-commerce continues to be a major area of focus for Ahold Delhaize USA.
What I want to do is to make sure that we're allowing our brands and our frontline teams to provide shopping experiences for our customers in whichever channel that they would like to shop in them. Of course, online is a key focus for us. And more so, not about the channel, but it's more about the digital engagement. Because as we look across the basket, we for sure see that our omni-channel customers spend more. They are more loyal, they're more engaged, and it says that that's really kind of what they want and what they're interested in.
As for consolidation, Fleeman says Ahold Delhaize also is looking to expand both organically and inorganically.
And so we see a lot of room still for organic expansion. We're very commercially aggressive on the East Coast. But to the point that you're making, we also plan to grow in an inorganic way. And I think that the combination of organic, inorganic, but also back to the point around media, and we could get into a few others, but there's revenue stream growth that is, and dollars are mixing buckets that we also see opportunities for growth in, partly for funding of some of the change inside of the industry. Tech investments are more and more part of our portfolio. So we see a good opportunity for our business to really grow. We're very aggressive there, and it'll be a combination of organic, inorganic, and a few of these other kind of strategic plays that we're making. I think consolidation is for sure going to be a key focus in the future. And the ability to do that, but keep in mind that this is a local business. Like selling groceries is about a local connection with customers.